Welcome, one and everyone, to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, what I believe is episode 119. One episode away from the big 220. 219, not 119. Sorry, my numbers have always been an issue of mine. I say this because, as many of you realize, I have been lazy, and I have neglected to upload the previous episodes of this program to scotchandsmokerings.com, a neglect of which I am truly ashamed of. Because of that, I can't conveniently go to the episode section and know what episode I'm on, so I'm just sort of guessing. So I think that this is episode 219. That is my guess. Looks like everybody is here today. Rage Fury is in the chat. Hello there, Rage Fury. Patricia is here. Holy Cow, Ghoulbreath, Greg, McLovin, Hartung, Baldox, Ninja of WoW, Deathbringer, Jonath, everybody's here. HT Star. I'm not going to name everybody because then I'm going to run out of breath. But it is a pleasure to have you all here today. Rage Fury says that he missed the last one. A mistake that he's not making again today because he is here as he should be and being classy as ever. We've got a great show for you today. It's probably going to be a long episode. The reason is because my beautiful wife and boy are out getting dinner, and they're probably going to take a long time. So we might go for a little over an hour. We might go for an hour and a half. We might go for 2 hours. Hey, if things are going to be streaming along here. But I do have a great show for you. And you guys have been quite generous. Why do I say that? I say that because of this. And because of this. I got 2 donations last week from 2 very awesome fans. Let's see. We've got Patricia, who gave us a handy, handsome donation. And then Casper, who also gave us a very nice donation. And because of you two, I have a very fancy cigar. And I have a very, very fancy bottle of banknote blended whiskey. Lepidus says Casper. Yeah, but that's when I get the PayPal donation, it comes in with your real name. So Casper, the friendly Lepidus, gave us a really nice donation. So thank you very much. Holy Cow Kill says, what cigar is that? I went for a doozy today. I knew that this was going to be a long episode, so I got something that had a nice thick gauge, and it was a nice Churchill-sized cigar. This is called a Perdomo Habano Maduro, and I normally don't splurge on myself. Obviously, just being myself is a splurge because I get to be with myself all the time. But aside from that, I tend not to spend a lot of money on myself. So thank you very much for your generous donations. You two are fueling the show today. You are heroes of the week, Patricia and Casper. Lepidus. Pleasure to have you guys here today. All right, but we had better light these bad boys up. Dookie Pie is here. Hello, Dookie Pie. Baldock says, hey, that's my cigar. Is this your cigar? I don't know, my friend. This is everybody's cigar. Ninja Wall says, what? That's a cigar? It looks like Godzilla's size. Yes, this is a Godzilla cigar. It's huge. And it's got this interesting band on top of a band. It's like Exhibit. I put a band on your band so you could have a band while you band. 2 bands and a fine fat cigar. It is so large, my friend, that... Oh, it just barely fits inside the cutter. It's got a nice draw on it. Very nice draw on it. So I just recently purchased a bunch of cigars for my brother's bachelor party. Of course, I'm in charge of cigars, right? Who else would he get to do the cigars? And since it's his bachelor party, he's getting married once and only once, I decided to splurge. So I got him a box of Arturo Fuentes. They're a sort of pug-nosed torpedo shape. We have a box of 10. There are 9 of us, so we shouldn't run out. 9 for all of us, and then 1 for the ship captain. It's going to be great. And then I got some disposables they're actually fairly nice. I got some Victor Sinclairs that we're going to be smoking after those. But 1 nice Arturo Fuente, and then some Victor Sinclairs for after that. Schwarman says, went in with the Dutch Masters. Absolutely. I love the Dutch Masters. I learned all about them in Amsterdam. Come on, fire. Don't fail me now. Flame. You rotate the cigar slowly over the flame so that the burn is even all the way around the rim. And it looks like I missed a few spots, but that should fix itself up. This is a handsome cigar. Cigar. Thank you very much. And we also have some fine Scotch. Now, today, I purchased some banknote blended Scotch whiskey. I've never had this before. I don't know if it's going to be any good. But it was the right price, and it's new, and I like trying new things. Is the screen a little blurry today, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why that happens sometimes, but sometimes the screen gets blurry. William Moore is in the chat today, and of course he has provided us a narrative from days gone by. The year is 1775. I awoke at the hour of midnight to a man shouting, "The Redcoats are coming! The Redcoats are coming!" After hearing this, I grabbed my musket and joined the town militia. The smell of freedom is in the air. Suitable, perhaps, for a few months ago when we celebrated our nation's victory from the British oppression. But a handsome reflection on our previous pioneer days. Well, necessarily pioneer. Greg McLovin Hartung says, Ox, I'm glad to inform you that I too received my Hearthstone beta key. Can you turn up the music volume a bit? Absolutely. Let me get that up there for you. So I've got some slightly disappointing news. Yes, they handed out a bunch of new beta keys for Hearthstone, but the drawback of that is that all of the previous Hearthstone beta testers had their cards wiped. All of my great cards were wiped. And you know what makes this even more tragic? I had just gotten a legendary card. Demon Lord Carnaxos or something like that. He's an orange legendary card, and he was for my Warlock. The only reason I would play my Warlock was so that I could have this card. And here's what the card did. When I summoned him, he cost 9 mana to summon. He replaces my hero. I now play this Demon Lord instead of my hero. He comes with 15 health. For 2 mana, he summons a 6/6 demon, right? 2 mana to summon a 6/6 demon, and he has 3 attack. It was pretty much the best card in the game, right? You couldn't really do much better than that. And I was winning every battle. Of course I was winning every battle because I had an invincible card. And then they wiped all of my cards. Oh! Jaraxxus. Thank you, Esmer. Esmer64 says his name was Jaraxxus. I was so bummed. I logged in yesterday. I was like, alright, I'm going to destroy some 13-year-old kids. And my cards were all gone. And I was just so disheartened that I couldn't play the game. So, I don't know if I have it in me to play Hearthstone today, honestly. I may, depending on how much you guys want to see me play it. But I went through the 5-battle tutorial thing, and I'm sitting there staring at all of my blank characters. I've got to completely remake them, so... Anyway, that was the tragedy of my life yesterday. But today we're happy because we have awesome cigars, and we're going to be seeing if this Scotch is any good. By the way, thank you everybody for all of the amazing fan art you gave me throughout the week. I checked up on it today just in time to do the show. I'm going to show it off here in just a little bit. And wow, you guys really went above and beyond the Call of Duty. Ooh. Cork, of course. We all love a Scotch that comes with a cork. There we go. A little blended Scotch whiskey for the masses. Today we're drinking Banknote, a blended Scotch. It's aged 5 years. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. Okay. I thought it was going to have a bit of a whining there at the beginning, but it ended up being fairly mellow. So, oh, okay, there we go. Now I'm feeling it. Ooh, it's a burn down the trachea. Yeah, it's a burn down the trachea. Let's try that once more. All right, it's definitely something. And something is better than nothing. Shawarma says, but the question is, what was it blended with? Maybe acid, maybe chili peppers. Who knows, right? Who knows? Soylent Green? No, that's my kind of people. Forsaken Rule says, great Ox. I've been kind of down lately because my back has been in quite a bit of pain. So if you can you lighten my mood in a classy way? I don't mean to spam. No worries, my friend. It's so good to see you here. Let us lighten the mood of our very good Forsaken Rules, who is a regular attendee of this fine program. 3 cheers, and we lift our glass to the good health of our friend Forsaken Rules. Hip hip, cheers. Hip hip, cheers. Hip hip, Jimina. William Moore says, Blizzard had to slay your warlock so you couldn't rule over the internet. I know, I was that close to ruling the internet. Darn you, Blizzard! Darn you, Blues! It went out. That's what happens when I talk too much. Now, this cigar is really nice. You can tell a good cigar because look at that end there. I don't know if the light is good, but there, you can kind of see it. Normally, if you have a cheap cigar that's like $1 or something, the tobacco starts to like flake off at the end. And this leaf, it wasn't wrapped very well, or the butt of the cigar is just a little circle that has been cut out and then glued on, and then that starts to peel. But this is doing neither of those things because it is a fine quality cigar. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Shawarma says, and next, get off my lawn, you kids! That really is going to be me. I have to say, I'm really turning into quite the curmudgeon. All of my friends and family are telling me that I'm just getting grumpy and old age. I just think that my taste is getting better, right? I happen to have a more precise taste. No, I will not have that, nasty glaze on my pancakes. No, I want pure maple syrup. And I will send it back because I want the pure maple syrup. Maybe I'm being rude, maybe I'm being grumpy, but I just think that I like the better things in life. Right? There is a defense for snobbery. It can be made. William asks, do you ever drink brandy? I do sometimes drink brandy. Brandy is a very fun beverage. But this show is called Scotch and Smoke Rings, and so I tend to drink Scotch for this program. And I also tend not to do a lot of drinking outside of the show. This is my one primary time of the week to sit down with a cigar and sit down with some friends and sit down with some Scotch and enjoy my evening. For the rest of the week, I'm way too busy. I'm working on websites, which reminds me, I just completely revamped BrandonMDennis.com. Now, many of you may not remember BrandonMDennis.com, but before the days of Oxhorn.com, all of my updates, all of my movies, everything that I did was published to BrandonMDennis.com. And then in 2008, I did a complete rebrand and I launched Oxhorn.com and I put all of my stuff there. And then I pretty much neglected BrandonMDennis.com. But I relaunched that website. It's up there. It's got some new stuff. I wrote a new bio about myself, which I'm sure you'll find interesting because anything about me is obviously interesting. So if you're feeling curious, I would love your opinion on my new web design skills. There's a timeline on my bio page. Don't click on it because it's out of date. It hasn't been updated since 2010. But new stuff is always fun. All right, now it's time for... Hey, Ironbark is here. He says, well, that was awkward. I've been trying to log in for 10 minutes. Pleasure to have you here, Ironbark. You are always welcome, and you make me happy when I see your name in the chat. Ghoul Breath Fan art, absolutely. That's exactly what I was going to do next. How could I forget fan art? I haven't forgotten fan art. What is up next? Why, nothing but fan art. And it's a good reason that we all understand why Ghoulbreath is asking about it, because he submitted his fair share today. So here's this. I'm going to see if I can maximize it. That's as big as it gets. This is from Ghoulbreath. And here we have a Warhammer character in a top hat saying, "Hey, stay classy. You, stay classy." He's rocking it with his Royal Scepter top hat and apparently what is bling right around there. And he's saying, "Stay classy." So that was found by our very talented Ghoulbreath, and he just had to share it with the community. So thank you for that, John. And then he made this. Alright, it says, "All hail the God Emperor." I would definitely not be the first to call myself a God Emperor. That makes me slightly uncomfortable. However, I have to admit that his Photoshop skills are fairly amazing. And if I was a God Emperor, well, I would look like that. So, nicely done, John. A fantastic piece of fan art, if I do say so myself. Next up is this by Ryu. He just had to share his awesome beard. He says, "There once was a dwarf who had a stunning beard. This dwarf was me." That is his dwarf right there. And I don't know if you can see his profile picture, but he actually has the same beard and mustache style as the dwarf, right? And I wish I could zoom in. I know this is slightly annoying. You probably can't see. Oh yeah, there we go. There's his beard and mustache style. It's looking pretty good. So nicely done, Ryu. Thank you so much for that. And then Shauna Patrika, our hero of the week, gave us this. She found it on the internet, and she says, "I found this on Google and I couldn't help it." Yes, it is a beard and it. It's like It from Addams Family, but in reverse with beard. So thank you for that one. This, I am so stoked about this. This is Jason Andrew. He posted a photo of himself holding my novel. He purchased the paperback version of my book from Amazon.com, and he's showing it off to all the fans. You are awesome. The caption says, "Oxhorn wrote a mighty tome?" Indeed he did. Thank you so much for buying my novel, The Tale of Cloran Hastings. Just as an aside, my novel has been selling much better in the past few months. I don't know what's going on or who's promoting it, but you all are awesome. So thank you so much for buying my novel. I hope you really enjoy it. You can find out more about it at cloranhastings.com. cloranhastings.com. And then this was submitted by Pat Dagita, and his only caption is, "So yeah." Because this is, what else? Giving mustaches to 20 unmustachioed video game characters. So that's Link with a mustache, right? Much more masculine, right? Can't consider him to be androgynous with that. And I like how they gave Donkey Kong the Hitler stash. Don't know why that applies, but alright. Hitler stash, Donkey Kong. Sure, why not? Thank you for that submission, Pat. And then Axel gave us this. "Doctors are saying that each piece of bacon you eat takes 9 minutes off of your life. Based on that math, I should have died in 1732. Well, I have to admit, that math is completely wrong. If you go and you do some research on like the paleo diet or something like that, these are guys that sit and do nothing but eat raw meat, especially bacon, and they're living great lives. So that is a myth. Ignore the FDA and eat as much bacon as you want. That is my personal world philosophy. And then Ryo just decided to share this with us because he found it interesting. The best traffic sign ever is a big no symbol, right? This is found in Germany, and it means there is no speed limit. That is one of the few things, besides beer, that would make me want to go to Germany. And their architecture. They got some great architecture. So makes me want to visit Germany just so that I can ride on the Autobahn without a speed limit. Thank you for that, Ryu. Next up is this from Jason, and he found this at his local shop. It's, I don't even know how to describe this. It's called Sun Stash. Is that what it's called? I can't even read that. The original mustache necklace. It's a pair of sunglasses with a mustache hanging from it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there are people out there who have stash envy because they can't grow one of their own. And so they need something like this. For them, I say more power to them, right? If they cannot grow a stash, the next best thing is a faux stash. So and here are some more faux stashes. The Notable Mustaches Classic Edition. The Handlebar, the Banker, the Walrus, the stud, and of course, the biker. Let us not forget the pencil, which in this case doesn't really look like a pencil, but hey, the classic mustaches of history. He found those at his local Spencer's. I gotta say, pretty interesting. And then this was submitted by I forgot the name, but these are the winners of the recent. These are some of the contestants of the recent Beard and Mustache Championships in Las Vegas, Nevada. Takes place every year, and I am actually grooming myself to go. I want to be a contestant. I don't know if we've gone through these before, but here are some of the notable entries. Right, so we've got this fine fellow rocking the derby very well, and this fellow's a wee bit of leprechaun, but I have to admit he's doing a very good job at it. And then look at this fine gent. His mustache is literally going in all directions. Nicely done. Now this fine fellow looks like he needs to live in Tennessee with a triangular electric guitar. That's what I think. Otherwise, looking great. Look at this guy. He's like your classic berserker. What is with this animal skin dress thing that he's wearing? I feel like it's about to leap up and gnaw at a tree or something. A classy gent if ever there was one. I'm very impressed. And then there's this fine fellow. I forget exactly the name of this beard style. I have it up on my website, growbeardnow.com. But it's a classic one, and it looks quite dashing on him. Then we've got two more. This fine fellow has such a long beard that he braids it, and he can hold it up in his hand. And then there's this guy who's got one of the best mustache beards I have ever seen. Very well done. Thank you for that submission. And this is your lull of the day. It's the manliest pacifier ever. It's even hairy. It's a pacifier you put in the mouth, and it's hairy. Apparently it gave the father quite a kick. But he's looking pretty good there. I have to say, I do have one of those for my son. It's not just like that, but it is close to that. This one is by Philippe, and it's a photo of my last program. There's no comment, but he's got some Black Label Scotch whiskey in a nice little shot glass. Look at that pipe. That is an attractive pipe. And he's smoking some Dunhill Mixture 965 while watching the program. This is a classy chap. These are the kind of people who watch Scotch and Smoke Rings, ladies and gentlemen. The classiest folks on the internet. So if I had a cat, Autumn imagines that it would look like this. It does have a striking cat beard. But I do have a cat. At least I had one. His name was Toki. He now lives with my mom, and he sadly does not have a beard like this. I should probably shave him so that he looks like this. Looking good. Thank you for that, Autumn. Then there was this. I forget who submitted it, but it's a quick meme, and it says, "There's a name for people without facial hair. Women." That is that sentence right there could change the course of a man's life. Then there's this by Ryu. He just wanted to share what he's eating. Tasty, tasty, om nom nom. Can't enjoy a whiskey better than with a cigar and a nice steak. Not to mention some nice Polish sausages. I am instantly envious. I hope that my wife brings back something like this when she gets back from shopping for dinner. Delicious looking. A man after my own heart. That is all the fan art that I saw on the community group. We have a community group at facebook.com. It's /groups/Oxhorn, I think. It's a Scotch and Smoke Rings group, free for anyone to join. I allow anyone to join, where people submit their fan art. So if you want to join, go ahead and go there, and I will make sure you find your way in. Thank you, everybody, for your awesome submissions this week. I love to see your Photoshop creativity. Lepidus says, I vote for Oxhorn to play Skyrim. Don't know if I'll do that. I do like Skyrim, don't get me wrong, but I don't have time to immerse myself in a beautiful world like that, like I used to. Juicebox says Autobahn. Did I pronounce Autobahn wrong? I have to admit I've never been to Germany. Sounds like the boy is home. I hope he's having a good day. Pavray Man says, thoughts on Balvenie, am I pronouncing that right? Balvenie, 14-year Caribbean cask. It's my favorite single malt. I adore a good single malt Scotch whiskey. Regular patrons of this program know that I'm fairly partial to Lafroig and Glenmorangie, but I also enjoy a good Glenlivet. And I haven't tried that particular brand yet. I will look out for it because I'd love to try it. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. Mustafa Prime says, it's October. We need a scary game. It's a good idea. Does anyone know of a scary game that we could play? I can't think of anything right now. Juicebox is educating me on a particular emote that appears on Twitch. I did not know that. I now feel enlightened. I can't repeat what the emote means because it's fairly crass, but now I know. Thanks. Castle Miner Z. Ah! I was about to say, he knows of Castle Miner Z. Digital DNA Games is here in the chat today. This, of course, is one of our very talented co-hosts. He came to co-host the show a few months ago, and he's actually... spoiler alert, he's going to be coming by in a future episode to co-host the show. He is a game designer, and he created a bunch of awesome games for the Xbox. One of his best sellers is a game called Castle Miner Z. He's probably going to tell you all about it and his upcoming games next week when he co-hosts the show with us all here today. So yes, if I could, I would definitely play Castle Miner Z for the fans today. Juicebox gives his apology. No, I understand. You had to give the definition. That's completely fine. Rage Fury 1 says, Oxhorn, I heard a rumor about WoW going free to play soon. Do you think this is true? I do. I don't know for a fact. I don't have any, special knowledge, so don't take my word for it. But from a business perspective, I think it might be true for a while. Their subscription is really the bulk of their income, so I don't think they'll ever get rid of their subscription, unless, of course, they introduce something so compelling that you can purchase from the game that's how they're going to do it. Hearthstone, for example, when you play that game, in order to gain new decks of cards, you can earn them over time by defeating your enemies, but you also have to purchase huge packs. It's basically one of the first games Blizzard has made where you can pay money to win, right? Just throw down a couple $1,000s and get the best packs of cards in the game, and you will win every single battle, regardless of your skill. So they're definitely going in that direction for Hearthstone, although I do think they're probably going to charge a fee to download the game. $10. I don't know what it's going to be. So they're definitely not getting rid of subscriptions for that game, but we'll see. I don't know. It's a good question. I'll be looking to find out the answer to that. Greg McLovin Hartung says, should you be in the mood for Hearthstone tonight, would you care to challenge me? If we do play Hearthstone, I will definitely challenge you. That sounds like a lot of fun. However, like I told you earlier, they deleted all my cards. It was a complete deck wipe. So all my good cards are gone. It just makes me sad. I don't know if I want to play tonight because all my good cards are gone. Greg McLovin Hartung says, how much money did you throw away into that game before the card reset? None. I have made it a principle of mine to never pay any sort of in-game transactions for any games that I play. I realize that there are many people who enjoy that, and I'm not dissing that particular gameplay style. If you like making microtransactions to beef up the look of your character or whatever, that's completely fine. But for me personally, I'll buy a game or I'll subscribe to a subscription, but I don't want to actually purchase anything in the game to help augment my gameplay. That's just the way that I want to do it. So all the cards that I had, I earned. I just got for chance, and I happened to get one of the best cards in the game, and now it's gone. So I'm feeling fairly resentful right now for Blizzard to wipe my deck like that. A political question. HT Stars says, how do you feel about the government being shut down? As a rule of thumb, I generally do not answer political questions. However, in this case, I'll answer by simply saying this. Imagine what Ron from Parks and Recreations would say about a government shutdown. Whatever he would say is how I feel. Slender? Are you guys talking about Slender Man? I'm not familiar with that particular pop culture reference. Lepidus says, oh, Oxhorn, before I forget, did you get an email from Greg and I about the Finish Well Machinima movie script? I did. I haven't had a chance to open it yet, but I saw the subject line in my inbox, and I haven't opened it yet. But I will when I have a moment, and I will give you my thoughts. And I will do what I can to help. Slender is a scary game. Oh, got you. So it's a game you play when the lights are out and when it's howling outside and there's thunder and lightning. Makes sense. I don't have it here, so I can't play it for you. Why is the cigar going out? Am I talking too much? There we go. All right. I'll get Hearthstone fired up in the background, and maybe if I'm feeling it, we'll do it later. But I'll at least get it loading just in case I change my mind. Oh, it's an indie game and it's free. Gotcha. So the guy likes working for free. If I ever made an indie game, I would not let it go for free. I did make games, actually, a long time ago. I don't know if anyone knows about this, but the very first creative excretions I ever did were a series of RPG games that I made for the RPG Maker for the PlayStation. Anyone familiar with that? Anyone play RPG Maker for the PlayStation? I had a lot of fun with that when I was younger, and I made 3 games. One of them was called The Tale of Cloran Hastings. That's right, The Tale of Cloran Hastings is a story that I have been chewing on for quite some time, until I finally turned it into a novel. But RPG Maker for the PlayStation was a lot of fun. And that community is still going strong. Gosh. If I don't suck on this, it goes out. You know what that means? That means that in the humidor, they kept it too wet. Cigars that are slightly damp have a hard time maintaining their light. And tragically, it seems that that's the case with this cigar. It might get better a little halfway through. Each cigar has its own unique characteristic, and this one might get better later on. Rage Fury says, where is your novel, Oxhorn? You haven't made a shelf to sit it, and your hat's on yet. Oh, well, I do have a hat rack behind me. It's in the other room where you should see it. I've got a dozen hats hanging from it. And my novel is actually in the car because I brought it to work someone was asking me about how to publish a novel. So I brought it with me and left it in the car. So I can't promote my own book. I can't show it to you. But that photo from our very good fan who purchased a copy is all you need to see. It's a young adult fantasy novel set at sea in a fantasy world of my own creation. And you will like it. All right, I'll give you the link. It's cloranhastings.com. So you can learn all about the novel, and if you like it, check it out. Dre says, your beard is looking majestic, good sir. Thank you. I decided to comb it a little bit before the show. It's amazing what a little brush will do to bring out the inner lion majesty within a man. Yeah. Where is Kevin? Man, I have not perched Kevin against the wall recently. But he's here. He's hanging out. He comes out of his cave every Thursday because he wants to be on the show. And then I set him down and he just disappears. I don't know where he goes. But here he is. Say hi to all the fans, Kevin. There you go. They're worried about you, buddy. I want to make sure you're okay. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. El Toro Bacco says, question. Do you think bow ties are classy? Absolutely. I am a fan of bow ties, and if my beard were not so majestic, I would try to rock one. But as you can see, it kind of covers up the area where the bow tie would show, right? I could do ties, because they extend beyond the length of my beard, for now. But bow ties are completely eclipsed. Sound like I'm talking about planets. Yeah. Polka dot bow ties? Hey, anything Bill Nye can rock is classy. Just saying. And the Doctor, that's right. Juicebuck says, a total eclipse of the beard. Indeed. Songify. That's right, we had a good time with Songify last week, didn't we? Alright. I'll try to get some Songify up. Digital DNA Games, if you're listening, if you're still there, yeah, this is what you have in store. This is an old segment of the show that we resurrected a few weeks ago because the fans they loved it. And we did it last week and we had a good time. So I'm going to get it going here. Yeah, he's still there. Alright, we might have to do this next week. And it's even more fun when there are more people involved. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to do some Songify. As I did last week, we're going to do this based on the chat. So you guys can be the stars of this particular segment. Are you ready to get auto-tuned? Are you ready to become pop singers that are far classier than Miley Cyrus? Then open your vocal cords, or not your vocal cords, but get ready to type something interesting. I have got both chats up, and I'm going to read what you write, and I will repeat it, and we're going to make some magic today. All right, are you ready? All right, Songify time. Recording now. I am very excited, says Digital DNA Games. Sif says HT Star. We need a theme. A theme is very good. My suggestion is to make one up, and then I will follow suit. There's nothing else being written. Okay, here we go. Blood for the blood god, says Ghoul Breath. Bow ties are cool. Robot noises. Haha, yes, Patrick, I know penny whistle. Slender Man, no. Shorty. Betta needs to improve. There's a bathroom on the right. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. My beard is blocking out the sun. A never-ending war between MMOs and anime. Scotch whiskey, best whiskey, never N-E. I am fighting the red coats. This is Sparta. How can water be wet? Ring of ice on holy mushroom cloud Yobo. Oxhorn my name in my own song. Yobo again. Beards are uber. Leet. What? Oxhorn wrote a book? Kevin wears my hat while I'm not looking. Slay them all. Panda, panda, panda. Death will consume all. Bacon beards are best. Never gonna give up, never gonna let you down, and I just got rickrolled, I understand. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what magic we were able to create today.
I am very excited, says Digital DNA Games. Sif says HT Star. We need a theme. The theme is very good. My suggestion is to make one up, and then I will follow suit. There's nothing else being written. Okay, here we go. Blood for the blood god, says Ghoul Breath. Bow ties are cool. Robot noises. Haha, yes, Patrick, I know penny whistle. Slender Man. Shorty. Betta needs to improve. There's a bathroom on the right. Tra-la-la-la-la. My beard is blocking out the sun. I never knew the war between MMOs and anime. Scotch whiskey, best whiskey, never N-E. I'm fighting the red coats. This is Sparta. How can water be wet? Rain of ice on holy mushroom cloud. Oxhorn my name in my own song. Yobo again, beards are the lead. What?
It's. I think I'm reading them so fast that sometimes it's a little bit unintelligible. But we had a few good moments there. I'm going to name that one round one. Let's do one more. One more. Get your best rhymes and your best witticisms, and I will do my very best to speak them a little slowly so that we can actually get some diction in there. I think one of the best things about the whole autotune thing is when it changes one actual vowel held, and that's what makes it funnier, I think. PJ Dubs wants me to do the Oxhorn brand medley. I could do that, I suppose, but I think it's much more fun to see what you guys say. So here we go. One more, and we'll see how it goes. Recording in 3, 2, 1. Hip hop, hippity hop, and you stop rockin', woot. LOL, I'ma go what the good Dairy Queen BBQ. Death to pandas, do it, ya XDO Lipidus Oxhorn brand melody. Open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur. Read more, was not was, walk the dinosaur. Oh, wait. That's blue nail polish with ginger ale. Killer Kaldori conquering Cambodia for the emperor. Heavena's Kane is the warrior war chief. Beard to the boards, boppin' beats to move your feets. Delete, yes. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'ma go what the Dairy Queen BBQ Panda Exterminator. Beep, beep, boop. Havana's Kane is the warrior. Oh, I read that one. Beer and beard party. New iPhone is waterproof. Exterminate Coney 2012. Made it for the last part of the show. Move your body, baby. Do you hear the voices too? My horse is amazing. Fatality. Finish him. XD. All right.
Hip hop, empty hop, and you stop rockin'. Woot. LOL, I'ma go with the good Dairy Queen BBQ. Death to pandas, do it, XDO Lipidus Oxhorn brand melody. Open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur. Read more, was or was, walk the dinosaur. Oh wait, that's blue nail polish with ginger ale. Killer Kaldori, conquering Cambodia for the emperor. Heavena's Kane is the warrior chief. Beard to the boards, bobbing beats to move your feet. Delete, yes. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm going for Dairy Queen BBQ Panda Exterminator. Beep, beep. Heavena's Kane is the warrior. I read that one. Beer and beard party. New iPhone is waterproof. Exterminate 2020.
It ended with exterminate, and that's always a good way to end things. Rage Fury says if someone listens to this, they might think that you're a serial killer. I have to admit that's probably fairly correct. If someone snuck onto my phone and saw this particular section and pressed play, they would wonder what on earth is wrong with this Oxhorn guy. And I would have no context to give them, right? It's not like they can watch the show at the same time and go, oh, I get it now. Interesting behavior on this cigar. Take a look. It's starting to like peel outwards. The outward leaf is starting to curl inwards, and I don't think I've seen that on a cigar before. It's burning evenly, and yet the ash is fairly gnarly, which goes back to the cigar was a little wet theory, but it's still tasty. Can't deny that it is delicious. PJ Dub says, Anonymous should use this app to convey their messages. Probably doesn't have the scare appeal that they're trying to convey, right? They want to sound really sort of important and scary and ominous. And having it set to the tune of Double Rainbow is probably not the best way to intimidate people. Just saying. Excellent. Rage Fury has put a silver lining on this cigar. He's calling it a flower cigar that only blooms once per smoke. Indeed. That's how I will look at it. Oh, Greg Hartung is on Hearthstone. He's playing right now against the AI. So that's another thing. I've only unlocked 2 of the characters, and I have none of their starter cards. So if we did do a challenge, you would be... like, you would have all the cards, Greg. I wouldn't be able to compete. Just saying.
You've had to mix and measure the various ingredients, cook the pudding for half an hour, and even then, it might turn out lumpy and starchy.
Shawarma says, no offense, I am bald. Well, don't worry, Shawarma. I can't see you, therefore, I'm not offended. I kid. Everybody knows. Remember my old coworker, Gort? He shaved his head, and we picked on him a lot for being so bald. It was quite weird. I would stand there with my giant beard, and he would be bald. It was a dichotomy. Flowering cigars, shut up and take my money, says William. Read up. Oh, okay. Sorry. Ah, Imperial March. That makes sense. Baldock says I got rid of mine 30 years ago. Well, I suppose that's what I have in store. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go bald or not. So far, I'm doing okay. I have a nice head of hair underneath my head of hat. But I'm only 32, so who knows what the future has in store. Jonathan says Greg versus Oxhorn will result in a fatality. Probably. El Toro Guaco, a fan from the good old days, says, but man, was it fun with the old Wii game video reviews and the lens flares. That's right. What I would do is, so we would record a show, kind of like this. It was called the Wii Game Weekly Video Review. And he would and I would sit down and we would review the videos that have been submitted to our website, WiiGame.com. And I was responsible for editing them. And so what I would do is every now and then I would put a lens flare on his head. And he would just tilt his head just right now and go shing, and he would get so mad at me. I would publish them, and the next day he'd be like, "Brandon, what's with the lens flare?" And it was great. And then I think one day I even sang him a song. What was it set to? It was set to that Kansas song. What was it? How did it go again? I forget, but I put that at the end. I was basically singing about how bald he was, and he was a good sport. I have to admit, he was a fairly good sport, but I got him good sometimes. Dust in the wind. Thank you, Yuki. That's right. It was like, all you know is Gort is bald or something like that. I had fun. All right. Carry On My Wayward Son. No, I actually sang that live at E3 once. That's right. They had this big stage set up, and they would record you singing against a green screen. So I went up there and I sang Carry On My Wayward Son. I'm a tenor, and that was hard for me. Like that high part, Carry On My Wayward, that was pretty hard for me. And I was belting it out, too. I made an impression at E3, I have to say. Patrick says, Oxhorn, do you have a contact button somewhere on the page? Or do you have an email address I can email you later? Yeah, I'm at brandon@oxhorn.com. You can just use that email address. I do believe I have a contact me section on the website. Also, for those of you who are tuning into the show for the first time, the cigars and scotch are provided by you guys. You guys support the show with your donations. Feel free to scroll down a little bit. You'll see a PayPal button. And submit that way. Patrick did, and she is one of the heroes of the show today. And she bought us this amazing cigar and this great banknote scotch, which is not too bad, despite the burning sensation. Lepidus asks, Oxhorn, are you able to voice a Terran battlecruiser from StarCraft 1? Battlecruiser operational. My Russian accent is not the best. Gort does a great Russian accent. He could do Zangief from Street Fighter 2. Battlecruiser operational. Yeah, it's okay. I'll do my best, but strangely enough, I'm not the best at accents. I can do strange voices, but actual accents, they give me a hard time. But I'll do my best. Rage Fury says, not sure if this counts as funny or mean, but carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you have hair. It's not mean. He says, if it's mean, I'm sorry in advance. Don't worry about it. It's funny. That's what it is. Alright, Greg really wants me to play Hearthstone. Alright, I'll play one game of Hearthstone considering we've got about 10 minutes left in the game. Of the show. Actually, I don't know how long the show will go. My wife is working on dinner, and I don't know how long that will take her. Bylop says, what are we drinking tonight? We are drinking some Banknote blended Scotch whiskey. It came with a cork, so therefore it's classy. And it's fairly good. I can't complain. But all right. I will log on. Greg, you have me on Real ID, right? Okay. Yes, I see your challenge. Great. Hold on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play a game of Hearthstone. I'm going to move the chats over to the other screen real quick. I probably won't be able to answer all of your messages because I'll be busy being slaughtered by Greg Hartung, but I'll do my best. There we go. Oh, it's kind of off screen. Hold on a minute here. I gotta edit the video resolution. There we go. That should be better. Let's try that. Well, there we go. There. Perfect. And then now me, because I have to be seen. Okay, but Greg, you have to promise not to look at my cards. All right? You have to. That's what happened last time. I randomly got matched with a fan as he was watching the show. So you have to promise not to look at my cards, my friend. Okay, I don't have a deck made for this guy. Wait, do I have a deck for him? I don't know. Here we go. We're doing a challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Watch Oxhorn get slaughtered. William says that the beard will win the game for Ox. That does happen. Oh, sure, being a priest? Okay, what have we got here? Yes, why not? Since this is my starter pack and I haven't earned any cards. Alright, I get to go first. No, I don't. He gets to go first. But I've got the coin. Alright, do your best, Greg. What you got? Okay, so I could either do that, or I could do that. I'm going to do that. And why not? Tear it up! That's right, Greg! First blood! Hobbs asks, what am I smoking? Today I'm smoking a Perdomo Habano. This is a very fine, I think it's a 50 gauge cigar. It's got a much wider girth than most of the Churchills I smoke, but it's fairly tasty. This was donated by a fan, actually. Alright, what's next? And there went the ash. I don't know if you saw that, but it went right in my lap. Oh. But it lasted a good long while. The ash lasted about an inch, which means it's a good quality cigar. Let's get ready to rumble, says Baldox. Looks like people are taking bets in the chat. 50 gold for Greg, says Lepidus. Alright. I know you got faith in me. And it's okay. I know I've been talking about how horrible a player I am, Greg, but don't hold it back. Do your worst. Take me out. I'm not going to waste my characters trying to take down the HP of just his little troll guy. I'm going to save them for when I take him out another way. Of course, if he's watching the show, then he's hearing me narrate my future strategies, so I'm kind of defeating my own purposes here, but oh well. Oh no! That's right, Greg, make your move! Okay, I'm in a bit of a situation. But that's okay. $50 on Oxhorn, says Ninja. Well, all right. Someone's got faith in me. Over 9,000 gold on Mr. Oxhorn, says William. All right. Uber Rafflemau is apparently trolling my Twitch chat. Pleasure to have you trolling anywhere you would like to, Uber Rafflemau. Oh, what? You can't give that guy more HP. Oh, he's playing dirty. Dirty! Ouch! Rough stuff. Well, there is at least that. I can console myself. So, let's take this guy out. Let's take this guy out. And then let's just do this. I'm going to get my units on the board. Bingo. That is an appropriate use of my mana, if I do say so myself. Supply says give me a key. I really wish I could. I'll email my contact at Blizzard again and see if they have any beta keys to give away. But I've already emailed him twice asking for more, and he hasn't responded. So, I don't know. That won't work, Greg. You don't get an extra card if you heal yourself. Oh, alright. Yeah, that only works if you heal a minion. There we go. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Even though I have a basic deck, I'm doing okay. The basic deck is fairly good. They've got some nice things in there. Oh no! Not a core hound. Oh. Ooh, now that's nice. What can I do? What can I do? Is that my baby boy? Hi, Gavin. Hey, baby boy. Looks like they're getting dinner ready. All right, how can I destroy that that guy. I could expand my entire force trying to get this guy down, and it wouldn't really work well. I'd lose 2 guys. But this guy does have taunt, so I'm just going to completely ignore it. And go this route. Bam! That's right. Greg is not cheating. He is a noble gent. I know that he's not looking at my screen right now. I'm very sure of this. Zelkut says, aha, man, I remember watching all of your videos back in the day. It was good stuff. Thank you, sir. I'm so glad that you've been a fan for so long. And wow, he's kind of got a really powerful guy right now. Do what you got to do. Ooh. Ouch. Ouch, that was painful. But I do have my methods. Well, that would destroy both of them, and I've got 2 taunts up, so I've got nothing to worry about right now. Just gonna tear him down. Keep on tearing down that wall. Bam! Alright, Greg, what you got? Zelquit says, me and my bro would seriously watch the vids and be like, oh my god, new Oxhorn vid, darn the memories. Yeah, those were the days. I would make more movies. I would. If the stars aligned and I was a millionaire. Oh, what has he done? Okay, I see what he's done. He's made things difficult. But I think I got this. Alright. Woohoo! Alright, I did okay. That's okay, Greg. Challenge me again, and you will get your vengeance. Ooh. Sweet, I'm unlocking cards here. Are we still fighting each other, Greg? I'm going to choose my druid again. I just like my druid. Yes, we are. Okay. So now he's pulling out his hunter. In my opinion, the hunter is a bit OP. I like playing the hunter. They're a lot of fun, but hunters are rough. They can do a lot of damage really quickly, especially if they line up all of their beasts, because they have a lot of cards that complement their beasts very well. He won the coin toss again. Man, you got your hacks working well for you tonight, huh? Okay, what do I got? What do I got? Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put this guy out there for the heck of it.
You are listening to Radio Dispute.
Juicebox says, have you ever thought of trying to join Polaris for a little cross-promotion plus extra YouTube money, thereby eventually allowing you to make films full-time? Sadly, that sort of thing, it never really works well. I've had a lot of experience with that, and it doesn't really work out the way I'd like. So, nothing against the fine folks at Polaris, but it's not up my alley. All right, yay! Oxhorn wins, says Jonah. Ninja Ball says right now, who's gonna pay me? That's right, you did have a bet down, huh? Are you guys debating who the best doctor was? El Toro Guaco says, I think Ecclestian and Tenet were better than Smith. I really enjoyed both Ecclestian and Tenet, but I liked Smith as well. I was slow on enjoying Smith until I got used to him. So. That is my strategy. I want to clear the field. Whenever possible, I'm going to clear the field of play so that it forces him to kind of build up a defense wall. As long as I have a character on the board and he doesn't, I have a slight upper hand because he's got to build something to defeat what I already have. And all I have to do is, I mean, if I ever get a moment where he fails at that, I can just destroy him. But right now, I'm actually... There we go. Ah. Not too bad, not too bad. That's one nice thing about the Druid. They've got that taunt spell where you can make any creature have taunt +2 health. And that's a really handy card. I use that a lot. It's really good when you have that one creature that gains attack every time he's hurt. Because then he can last for a while and build up a lot of attack. Rage Fury says you're telling him your plans. I know, but at this point I feel like I'm doing him a favor. Not to brag, but I do think I got the upper hand here. So I have an option. I can only kill one of his minions outright, and that would be a slight waste of this unit's attack. Whereas this guy has taunt, and so he would have to attack with both of his characters, and he wouldn't even kill that character. So I'm going to go ahead and put this guy out and maximize my ability to do damage while I can. Dermalol says, Kickstarter maybe? I really miss your videos. To be honest, I have toyed with the idea of doing a Kickstarter. But there's so much noise on Kickstarter. Ouch! Oh my god. Ooh. Now that's a really powerful card that the hunters have. See what he did there? He cleared the playfield. But because it cost him all his mana, he can't put anything else out for me to try and take out. So again, I have the upper hand if I can just get some units on the board. So that's what I will do with this guy. That's right. Lord of the Arena. Savior of my game. William says, quick, cat form out, then jump him and kill camp. Yeah, that was me when I did Warsong Gulch back in the 2007s. That's just how I played the game. Oh! He's tearing up my taunt guy. Ouch. Oh, what a waste. I wasted that. I wasn't thinking. Oh well, next time. I forgot that it actually costs mana to cast a spell that gives you more mana. Oh dear. Even though it cost me my taunt, I don't want to give him an opportunity to use his 9 attack Core Hound on me. So that was a worthy sacrifice, if I do say so myself. Plus, the nice thing about the Druid is even if you don't have a card to eat up your mana, your special ability does give you the ability to build up some defense, and only the Warrior can do that, besides the Druid, so... Okay... Ah! Yeah, I know. I'm getting some really good cards. I feel sorry. He has to destroy both of my Core Hounds in this next round, or else I'm going to destroy him. And it's hard. He only had one card, so... Greg, I'm feeling bad. The last time I played this game live for the show, I lost almost every single round. And now I'm doing well. So, I'm sorry that it's at your expense, my friend. Well, that's what happens. I am happy to do it again. Tell you what, I won't do the Druid this time. I'm really good at the Druid. I won't do the Druid. Let's try something else. Let's try, Let me try the Hunter. He's only level 1, alright? So, if I defeat you with my level 1 Hunter with absolutely no special cards, then I won't feel too bad. Esmer64 says, your drink is lonely. Indeed, good sir. Cheers and bottoms up. Super tasty. Well, it's a Thursday night. It doesn't hurt to just add one more drop to the bottom of this bowl. Just one drop. Juicebox says, you gaining enough views to do YouTube full-time isn't so much a question of if, but when. You've definitely got the talent to do it. Just need the exposure. My friend, I love your enthusiasm, and I share it. If you know anyone who has the exposure, by all means, send them my way. Death89 says, good evening to you, good sir. Any cigars tonight? Rather, what cigar? Indeed, I am smoking a Perdomo Habano that 2 awesome fans helped me purchase today. So thank you very much for your generous donations. It is your PayPal donations that fuel the Scotch and cigars that power this broadcast. I hate that card. That's one card that the priests always get that I hate. Because now I gotta figure out a way to do 3 damage. And I don't have a charge. So I'm not going to harm this minion because that would just give him the opportunity to heal it. I'm only going to do something to this minion if I have an ability to destroy it with 1 hit. Which I don't at the moment. So I'm going to get as many beasts out on the field as I possibly can to make it harder for him to attack me. He's got to first plow through my defense before he can start attacking me. Pebs01 says, I haven't looked at your YouTube in a while. Do you still make shorts? I didn't even know you stream. I do stream, and I don't know when you stopped watching my movies, but I counted them the other day, 57. I've made 57 movies. Can you believe that? So if you haven't seen all 57, there's a lot for you still to see. Just go to youtube.com, and I think it's /Oxhorn. Or rather, go to oxhorn.com. I've got all my movies carefully mapped out in the movies section of that page. And on Oxhorn.com, they play in high resolution. So go there. The last thing I want to do is give this guy extra cards, so I'm definitely not going to attack this creature unless I can do it in one fell swoop. Oh, cool. I can put a taunt out and destroy his extra card minion. Ghoulbreath says smoke ship. Yeah, I will get to the smoke ship. Don't you worry. I have yet to end a broadcast without doing a smoke ship, so never fear, my friend. But I'll probably do the smoke ship when it's time for me to go and eat some dinner. I've got a lot of cigar left. Look how much cigar I have left. This was a monster of a cigar. Alright, so I could do... That's what I'm going to do. And get an extra card in the process. What's this? Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Draw one and discard the others. Since I have a taunt on the board, I'm not going to worry about this guy since he can't kill my taunt in one attack. And I have a backup taunt if necessary right here. This little Goldshire guy. Oh! He's throwing down the big guns. Do your worst. Alright. Okay, what can I do? I can take out his... That's what I'm going to do.
The great music of the 1940s and 1930s deserves to have an...
And then that gives me 4 for that. And then plenty of time to do that.
Right now, let them know about the wonderful music you're enjoying right here on Radio Dismute.
When it comes to simple math, adding and subtraction, I'm pretty good. Just don't ask me to do, like, advanced calculus. And then I'm lost. Oh no, my taunt! Raytrey says he'll be doing this broadcast for a good while. The other day he said he'll probably be doing this every Thursday for the next 2 years. I am going to be doing this every Thursday for a considerable period of time. I've been doing it for 4 years. I passed my 4-year anniversary just the other day. Okay, what have I got here? I can do... Well, it kind of maps... Here, I'll just do that. There we go. Bingo! But yeah, I have no intention of ending this show anytime soon. So subscribe if you're on Twitch. And go to my website, scotchandsmokerings.com, where we have another chat and a whole bunch of classy goodness for you. But yeah, I don't intend to end this broadcast anytime soon. Alright, I'm feeling really bad now. I'm sorry, Greg. I'll try the priest next time, don't worry. Just to see what the priest is like. I'm not good at the priest. Even when I was playing with my other account before I got wiped, I was never any good at the priest. So I'll try that next time. So there's one unique thing about these games. He's won the coin toss every single time. So maybe winning the coin toss is not the best. Alright. Should I just kill him in one fell swoop? Yeah, I'm going to end the misery. I'm sorry, Greg. I didn't want to see us suffer any longer. Now, Greg is incredibly good at this game. Don't get me wrong. This guy, he could really mop the floor with me. But Blizzard wiped both of our accounts, so he's starting fresh too. Alright, I'm going to try the priest just because I'm not good at him. He's a level 1 priest, no good cards. So we'll see how well I can do with a shadow priest. Artario said, Oxhorn, were there any other machinima makers when you started your escapade? And if so, who were they, and did they inspire you? Well, the answer to that question is that I had no idea what machinima was when I started. I made my very first few movies just because it was something that interested me. And it was only after I made Hark Hear the Whales and The Great Kodo that I discovered that there was this great community of machinima makers. And Xfire, actually, was housing a bunch of machinima makers on their forum, and they had these machinima contests. And so I started submitting my movies to their machinima contests. And that's when I really realized that there was this community of people making movies. And that's when I started actually, quote unquote, doing machinima. But at that time, there were a bunch of really talented people making machinima. I would say that probably my top influences were Mindflame, the talented Clint Ackelman and his Illegal Danish series. The technical chops that he made with those movies really inspired me. June from Falkenstein Productions. She made really good movies as well. I want to get a unit out on the board as soon as I can, so that's why I used that instead of my 5 damage to the enemy hero. Maybe the tides will turn. Maybe he will destroy me. Greg says, what can I say? I have much to learn. My friend, you're doing very well. Trust me. Look, see, you're already tearing me up. You've already got 1 unit on the board, and I don't have any. I don't know how long I can give that up, so... I realize I'm wasting a mana for that particular turn, but I wanted to have at least 1 guy up on the board. Ooh, and he's got a taunt! Oh man, what can I do with a taunt? Now, I'm not going to waste it on him. I'm going to save it for the next turn. Because I can't kill this guy with 1 hit. I mean, he can either hit me and take 3 damage away from me, which is not the end of the world, or he can hit this guy, and I still have this guy, so...
I hope you like my invention.
Dermalol says, how much does 1 video cost to make? It costs a lot. I can't give you a set figure, but just to put it in perspective, the latest movie I made was called Into the Tin, and that every 3 or 4 seconds of footage probably cost me 2 or 3 nights of work. So it is an incredible amount of work to do. Not that I'm complaining, it's an amazing opportunity, but it's just... it's a lot of work. Wow. It's got some units on the board, that's for sure. So I don't know if you see this, but I'm kind of just taking a look at the numbers. I've got 4 defense on the board and 5 attack. He had 3 defense on the board and 4 attack, but now he's got, because of that, a lot more attack than I do. So, ooh. Oh, and he's gonna do what you gotta do, buddy. Make your choice. Do what you gotta do. Now, I'm not gonna guide you. Make your choice. He's trying. Oh, good choice. Good choice, my friend. Okay, what can I do? I'll do that. I love this guy, the Gurubashi Berserker. When you get this as a druid, you can really turn this into a valuable unit. Or a paladin, because paladins can cast a bubble, and makes this guy just so strong. The reason this guy is strong is because he has high HP, and every time he takes damage, he gains +3 attack. So, let's say he gets attacked twice by two one-attack creatures, his HP only goes down to 5, and yet he's got 6, 7, 8 attack. He can become really powerful really quickly. Oh dear. I see what you did there. I'm in a predicament. So the reason I did this is because he's got 3 units. He's going to take this guy out with his 2. But then he's got... Well, he could take that out with that as well. But then I would... Alright, so he's gonna hurt me. Nothing I can do about that. Oh, that's right, I'm a priest, I can heal. Oh, good call. Rage Fury says I should have hit the taunt and then healed. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, that's right, he's got that card. Well, we all make mistakes. We can't be perfect. Ouch! Rough stuff. Ouch. Well, at least I didn't get hit. Yet. Well, there I did get hit. Okay. Alright, I am feeling the pain. That was lucky. I just got really lucky. If only he had taunt, I would be doing really well right now. Oof! Ouch! I'm actually really glad he did that. My only flaw is if he can take this creature out because he's got a card hidden up here. But it looks like he hasn't. Good news. So... There we go. Okay. The tide is turning. Things are looking up for Oxhorn. Dermalol says, "Dude, bearded comrade. Are you indeed a bearded comrade? Well, good sir, I tip my cap to you. You should submit a photo of your glorious beard to our community group on Facebook. It's just Scotch and Smoke Rings on Facebook. I think it's Facebook/group/Oxhorn. I'm not sure. But we would love to see your majesty. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up." Thanks for coming, Golbrath. I'm sorry you missed the smoke ship, but we'll be doing it here in a little bit. Alright, what can we do? Not much. None of his units are particularly scary, so I'm going to ignore them and just buff up my creature. See, I'll kill him next turn unless he can do 13 damage to all my units or somehow incapacitate them. Oh, well, that's a start. That's 6 damage. Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to take him out. No. Nicely done. Oh, no, but he can't take him out. He can only do 1 damage. Oh, but he's got 5 mana left. Oh, but he doesn't have another card. All right. He's going out flaming. He's going out with style. I still got him. I think with 1 HP left. Oh, and this turn ended. Well, just to add insult to injury, I'm going to heal this guy, and then heal this guy, and then tear him to pieces. Alright, there we go. Greg, you are a formidable opponent. Alright, I'll do the mage, because I've done all the others, and who knows, maybe I'm really horrible at the mage. My wife hasn't texted me, so I don't know when dinner's going to be done yet, but, you know, I've got a cigar to go through, so I have no reason to leave quite just yet. The Third says, hey, Oxhorn, I didn't know you actually streamed, and I just found you by random. Longtime fan of your WoW vids. Awesome. Thank you for coming, good sir. Glad you were able to make it. I don't know if you've seen all 57 of my videos, because I finally counted them, and I have made 57. But they're all up at oxhorn.com if you're curious and you want to check it out. Dermalol says, no, Oxhorn, my friend. I'm afraid I can't grow a glorious beard like yours. I simply meant that ZelQT shouldn't call you dude, but he should call you bearded comrade. It has a better ring to it. Well, I do like the idea of bearded comrade, but I do respond to dude as well. I'm happy to respond to any sort of nomenclature. But if you would like to grow a beard, I have a website for that. It's called growabeardnow.com. I'm happy to offer any tips necessary to help young men like yourself grow glorious manly manes like this. Alright, let's see. The mage is by far my weakest character, even though I've said that for every single one of these guys. But I'm certainly not the best with this guy. We'll see what happens. And I can't do anything. That round is free. First blood. Oof. Ouch. Alright, let's see. What are my options? Nothing says hello like an extra card. Oh, that's cool. Alkivlal says, so this is Hearthstone. Indeed. However, you're not seeing me at my best. This is Hearthstone after they just completed a card wipe. Everyone who was playing the beta earlier had all their cards destroyed. So I'm kind of running on a new deck here. But I'm trying to do what I can. Alright, I'm going to draw 3 cards, see what I get. Oh, 2 cards. Alright, those are nice options. What King Cigar are you smoking, Oxhorn asks. Elite Nkizid. I just took the band off. Where was it? Oh, here it is. Today I am smoking a Perdomo Habano. This is a very fine cigar. It was donated by some fans, and I'm really enjoying it. Look, I mean, I've been smoking this for over an hour and a half, and look where I'm at. It's not even close to being done. What did he just do? He's got a 6 HP taunt on the board. That does not bode well for me. Time to sheep it. I know. It's kind of like cheating. I almost feel bad. There we go. Ninja Wow says, Greg, did you or are you letting him win? He probably is. I know Greg's talent, and he's dangerous at this game. I know it. Alright, he's got a taunt on the board, and I've got 5 mana, and I don't have a 5 mana taunt. And I don't have 1 card, so I can't maximize. But I do need to get a taunt on the board, so... I'm just gonna have to waste that one. Greg Hartung says in the game, tell Ninja no, I'm actually trying to win this time. This time, which means that all the other times he was letting me win. He's just a generous guy. Elite in Izid says, wow, that's a long time. Is it a nice cigar? It started off rough. I think it was a little wet. They kept it in an overly moist humidor. And it started to actually peel outward as I smoked it. But after I got past the first inch or so, it's been burning evenly. Look at that. I haven't knocked it or anything. It's just burning evenly. And it's really quite tasty. So yeah, it's a good cigar. He's got 2 taunts on the board. Goodness gracious. And he just gave 7 HP to his primary taunt. Oh man, things are looking rough for me. Ooh. What are my options? What are my options? My options are to destroy his taunts and then meet him on the battlefield. The odds are even. He's winning this round. I'm at 23 health and he still has 30. So he's probably pulling out the stops now. Alright, I'm getting a pronunciation lesson. He says, my name is Elite Nets HD. Thank you very much. I get mixed up when so many acronyms are jumbled at the end of words. Sorry for the mispronunciation. Oh no! Oh, rough stuff. What is he doing? He just does not want me to live. Rough stuff. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and do this. Again, I'm wasting mana. This battle could go either way. Taking all bets. Who will be victorious? I wonder if there will be like a black market bookie when this game comes out. Ah, Greg, my friend, sadly this particular character, the Voodoo Doctor, only heals. He doesn't add health. Ouch! Now he's got 2 of those on the board. Oh, man. I'll take my chances. Oh! Well, that was nice. One slight problem, but I think I can live with that. Okay. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. I do try. And he's got another taunt on the board. How many taunts does this guy have? Ooh, now that guy's looking pretty rough. Alright, what can I do? What can I do? It's not helping. Maybe if I get a new card, we'll see something magical happen. Yes! Yes! That is exactly what I wanted. Yes. Sorry. Sometimes I get carried away. Man, he just keeps pulling out the taunts. This guy is a never-ending repository of all things taunt. Okay. Scotch. Cheers. That would be a waste, so throw him down. Throw him down. Tear him up. And destroy with my minion powers. Alright. So I've got a good arsenal of characters on the board here. I think I'm fairly set. Even though we're technically tied in terms of HP. Alkivlal asks, what scotch are you drinking? This was a gift from the fans. This is Banknote, a blended scotch whiskey. I've never tried it before. So I am enjoying it. It's a little harsh at first, but once you get used to it, it's fairly nice. Oh, and I feel so bad. Well, he's alive for another turn with 1 HP, but you can do a lot with 1 HP. Do not discount him yet. The game is not over. Is it a smoky scotch? Asks Alkenval. It's not very smoky. I find that the blended scotches are the most smoky. This one, not terribly. Alright. There we go. Alright, so Greg, it's up to you. If you would like to do another battle, I'm here, and I have my cigar, and I have my scotch, and apparently I don't have dinner yet, so I don't know where dinner's coming from. But if you want to do another game, let me know in the chat over here on live stream, and I will do my, or let me know in the chat in the game, and I'll be happy to pick a new character. Elite Nets HD says, just tuned into this channel and I see some guy playing video games, smoking cigars and drinking scotch. This is the gamer's high life. You sir are a king. I know this. I hear it all the time. Oxhorn, you're a king, they say, and I know. Well, yeah, I hate to deny the truth because I'm not a liar, so I can't refute that. But and Greg, cancel the challenge. I do not blame you, good sir. We had a good. And I've been challenged by Greg. I have been re-challenged. Let's do this, my friend. Okay. I'll let the fans decide. What character should I play? Hunter, Druid, Priest, or Mage? Let's see a vote in the chat. Hunter, Druid, Priest, or Mage, and then we shall go down in victory. Uber Rafflemau asks the classic question, are you Amish? Sure. Yes, I am Amish. Why not? Alright, Druid, Hunter, Hunter. Druid, Mage. Wow, Hunter. Hunter, Priest. I think the Hunter is winning. We've got a bunch of Hunters. I'm going with the Hunter. There are a lot of strange noises outside my window. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a lot of scraping. I think somebody is sanding the sidewalk or something. Okay, what have we got? These are good. These are good. And you know what, Greg? I don't mean to be a jerk about this, but you're welcome to look at my cards from here on out if you want. That is your prerogative, and I will not fault you if that's what you would like to do. So just saying. Just saying, not that you need it, of course. I realize that your talents in this game are unequaled. I've just been extraordinarily lucky, and you let me win 4 matches out of 5. Not that anyone's counting, so do what you feel is best. Oh, and he hits me in the face. Man. Alright, what can I do? What can I do? Time to hit you in the face. In the face! He's playing his Shaman. I currently haven't unlocked the Shaman. Though having played with my friend Greg here, I've unlocked 2 characters, which is good. I don't have to play an AI. See, one thing about the Shaman I dislike heartily are these totems that they have. I do not like the totems. Saving that for later. Even though I know that's not going to help. Oh, I wasted it. I forgot that he's got this guy that heals 1 health, so that was a waste. Oh, no. He's got a charge. Yes. Yes, attack him. That's what you want to do. Attack him. Yes! Right, now attack the same creature. Yes! Good. Good job. Good show, old chap. And I will do this. Oh, it's a low blow. I realize that, but, that's the Hunter. That's the Hunter. Don't blame me. Blame the fans. They're the ones that said play the Hunter. And he's got his taunt out. What can I do about a taunt? Do I have any charges? I don't, do I? Oh, but there's a taunt. This will be useful later. I'm going to choose that. And I'm going to save those guys for later.
Now, folks, there's some more good entertainment waiting for you. Free for the asking in the Golf Funny Weekly. I know you'll enjoy its clever comics and say your kiddies will jump for joy when you bring it home.
Alright, I think this will be the last game. We'll do the smoke ship after this, ladies and gentlemen.
And ask for your copy of this great little paper.
Oh!
But don't delay because they may be all gone. Notice the back page. There's
Rough stuff.
news there about Gulf's handy household aids for spring cleaning. Gulf spray insect killer, Gulf electric motor oil, Gulf clean liquid gloss for furniture, Gulf auto
Pick your poison. Okay, that's a good call.
from the Gulf service station or your favorite retail store. Let them go to work for you.
Well, that was a mistake. But at least I got through his taunt, and my cigar is slowly dying for some reason. Time to relight. Nope. It just needed a few puffs. There we go. The smoke rings are back. Nicely played. He's going to take out my taunt and then do 5 horrible damage to me. Oh no! And he gave it Wind Fury. Ouch! And he can attack again now, because his character's got Wind Fury. Well, that was good. I didn't want to have to take out that character myself, so thankfully he took him out for me. Which allows me to do this and that. Get Marked HR says, how do you do smoke rings? Well, this is the way that I always describe it. If this is your tongue, okay, the tip of my finger is the tip of your tongue, and this is the base of your tongue. With smoke in your mouth, make a perfect circle with your lips, and then roll your tongue back and flick it really quickly like that. Just flick it. And that's how I do smoke rings. But there are many ways to do smoke rings, and I haven't discovered them all. There are videos of people on YouTube who can just do tons of smoke rings all in one blow, and I can only do like 13. I think that was my max. Okay. Now this game is slightly deceptive. Because both Greg and I we both had our cards wiped, and because I have a lot of experience, I've been playing this game for longer than he has, we have low-level cards. All of our cards are really low level. So it typically wouldn't go like this. There would be many more facets to this game. Ooh, and he pulled out a charge to take out... Nicely done. So this game is very straightforward compared to many Hearthstone games. Sadly, he didn't know that I had another Corehound in my repertoire. So, just whittling him down. Whittle it down one by one. Bottoms up, ladies and gents. Cheers. Ooh. He had another charge. What are the odds of that? I guess the same odds of me having 2 Corehounds. But now, thankfully, I have a taunt. And so I'm going to use my available HP wisely by defeating his taunt with my guy who had 7 HP. Much more HP for him to have to whittle through. How do you message people in the game? Oh, the game's not over. He's got a taunt on the floor, and he just turned this guy into a frog. He turned my taunt into a frog. But now my frog has 1 HP. And ooh, I got to take out that guy first. So Let's try that. And then that. And then that. Yeah, I'll hit him with the frog just for fun. Should I? Should I? No. No, I won't end it right there. I'll let him play his last few cards. And then we destroy. I want to destroy him with the frog. That's my goal. If he doesn't kill my frog, I'm going to kill him with my frog. And he's got taunt. All right, this my friends is what we call adding insult to injury. Death by frog. Ribbit. Oh, I know. So below the belt. I feel shameful. I am ashamed of my very self. But at least I got a level out of it. Sweet, and I unlocked the shaman. Thank you very much, Greg. So, by accepting Greg's challenge, I unlocked 3 new characters. I'm feeling fairly productive. But I must bid adieu for now. I'm not going to... Here we go. I'm not going to play anymore because my wife is not answering my texts, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I'm going to end the show. Smoke ship time, ladies and gentlemen. Smoke ship time. What is it that you would like to see? At the end of this show, I tend to blow smoke ships that are of your own creation. Yes, like Gandalf, yes, but superior to Gandalf, if I do say so myself. And my cigar is out again. It's a wet cigar, but a good cigar. Alright, I gotta light it back up. Give me your smoke ship ideas and I will do my very best. Is it lit? William says Oxhorn, Nova, and Baby Gavin picking Peace Bloom, fishing for Red Snapper, and skinning Kodos so they can complete their quests and level up to over 9,000. Odi says Oxhorn writing down a stream of bank, not smoking a never-dying cigar, while his foes are slain by frogs. Indeed. I need more oomph. There we go. I think it's lit. Alright, we're scant on smoke ship ideas today. Rage Fury 1 says, Oxhorn doing his dream of a smoke ring inside a smoke ring. Let's try that. Let's see if I can do it. I can't. It's rough. It's a hard thing to master. Alright, well, as I probably have dinner waiting for me, it looks like I'm going to go with Odie's, because Odie, I think you're new. I haven't seen you on the show before. Welcome. I hope you can come to next week's episode. And we're going to do Oxhorn writing down a stream of bank, not smoking a never-ending cigar, while all of his foes are slain by frogs, which of course is a poetic way to die. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pay close attention. Wow! My goodness, I know, I even amaze myself sometimes, but before your very eyes was Oxhorn himself riding down a stream of bank, not smoking a never-dying cigar, thankfully, while all of his foes were slain by none other than the tiniest of humble frogs. That's right, thank you very much for all of your smoke shop ideas, and thank you for this rather extended episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. I didn't expect it to go for a full 2 hours, but hey, this is what happens. Things are unpredictable, you never know. Sorry to all of those who had to cut out early and didn't get to see the smoke ship. I'm going to post this to YouTube later, and we will have you'll be able to see a replay. Thank you for Greg Hartung for being such a great sport and challenging me to all those games. I had a great time. I hope he did as well. Thank you to Patrica for your donations. You funded this game. Thank you to Lepidus for your donations as well. You funded this show. And to all of you who would like to fund the show yourself, there's a PayPal donation button towards the bottom of the screen. I will buy a cigar in your honor. In the meantime, stay tuned. Next week, same Ox time, same Ox channel for Scotch and Smoke Rings episode 220. I'll be here. The beard will be here. And I hope that you will also be here. Stay classy, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good night.